was me opening a can, actually. The last time I started this up, I tried to do HOTAS bindings and just could not get them to work. I don't know, am I? You might be. I don't... Yeah, I don't seem to have much going on here with connection. Although I might be skipping because the Service Host Diagnostic Policy Service is running. Yet another Windows service I've never heard of that probably doesn't fucking do anything. Every time I search the name of one of these things, the first result is how to fix high CPU usage. Swear to God, fucking garbage operating system. Anyway, let me swap this over to the actual game. Okay, I see. That's how you reset them. I would love to control this with my HOTAS, but I threw it in the closet again. I don't feel like hooking it up. And also, the last time I tried to get this thing to play nicely with those, I ran into an issue where it did not have forward throttle. It only had, like, forward and backward. Which doesn't exactly work with the throttle I have. The X55 doesn't have a detent in the middle, so at 50% you kind of have to either eyeball it or set a dead zone and whatever. Alright, I'm gonna restart. Then, once it's reset, I can use KBAM and it should be good. Man, they weren't kidding about the loading being faster, though. That is definitely improved. Okay, there we go. That's all set. Shift for low thrust. I have a whole bunch of save games, but I'm not going to use them. We're going to start a new one from Mars. we'll see what this looks like. Oh, definitely still looks like Pioneer. This playlist isn't very good. I'm gonna switch back over to radio. Can't go wrong with Vapor FM. Welcome, Khaki. How's it going? Yep, that's definitely a new model. Yeah, same. That was just like... I already had no desire to do that anyway because of how needlessly difficult it sounds, and the fact that you don't really get anything interesting for it, or rather that you can, but you can be arbitrarily locked out of it, sucks. That is definitely an improved model. Look at that. Alright, so, let's see. How does this actually work? Well, first off, let's see who we are. We are Francesca Hamilton. We look really cool and good. That is just how people look in this game? Sort of. It's made up of basically just like slices of faces kind of laid on top of each other like a Mr. Potato Head. Everyone has a face made up of that. So like, some of these people look fine. And some of these people don't. Like, not even a lot. So, I think what we're gonna do to get started here is pick up something here, something nice and simple. No. Okay, this is a very different mix of jobs from the last time I played. Hey, welcome back. What's up, all set? That's good, that's good. Oh, you missed it. We saw who we were. We are Francesca Hamilton. Yeah, we look really cool. Alright, so this looks like what we can do here is just pick up some short-range courier stuff to just kind of jump around, see what's going on. I extremely do not recall how flight works in this. Huh? Was there a bar? Oh, that's Enki Katina. That is, I think, a planetary base. I mean, we can go there. I don't know where it is. Hazardous substances. Three tons. Yeah, we have enough for that. Let's go to Enki Katina. Why not? And while we're at it, let's grab this cargo going to Phobos. 8 metric tons. Yeah, we have 16 tons free. We're good. The trouble... How soon? Yeah, like 4 days. That's perfectly fine. We'll go there first, then we'll go to Enki Katina. And let's see if there's anything else going to Phobos. I think, yeah, there was a courier thing going there too as well. Wow, even more time for that one. Alright. Let's go to Phobos. Now, how exactly... Let me see. I know that there was, like... Right, autopilot. That's what it is. So, first thing we need to do is, if I recall... Yeah, request launch. That'll just kind of shoot us up in the air here. And then autopilot to the vicinity will just kind of send us there. This game has a very robust autopilot, whose only downside is that it's kind of boring. I put some time into trying to learn how to actually fly this manually. Actually, surprisingly good. It's kind of fuel inefficient, but that's meant to push you to manual flight. I put some time into trying to learn how to do that last time I played, and I got pretty decent at it. But then I didn't play the game for like a year. Well, I think the last release was in February, so it only felt like a year. That is a really good model. The old Sinonatrix was pretty good, but this one I saw posted on like Sketchfab like months ago. I genuinely had no idea when it was going to appear. Yeah, there's been a lot of years. So, one second, let me... Okay, they don't have the new cockpit in. That's neat, though. We're just gonna leave this here, and what we're gonna do is... hop on time acceleration. So, if you've watched any of my... Actually, I think all of you were there for those. Any of my previous, like, space engine streams or whatever, this is basically the same principle. You've got your direction of velocity. You've got, like... Yeah, that's prograde relative to the frame of reference. That's retrograde. Oh, it decelerated. Don't worry about it. It's on 10x time acceleration right now. I'm going to put that on 1x and we can watch how it does it. So we're going to want to request docking clearance. Okay. And then dock. Yep, that's Phobos. Well, like on the ship or the game? I have no idea. In either case. As far as I know, there are ways to, like, upgrade, but I've never actually had a save long enough to bother. Turn these squares off. There we go. Once we get into manual flight, those will be a little more useful. This thing actually generates cities and kind of conforms them to the terrain. And you can see in the center over here, we've got little landing pads everywhere. Oh, there's a gas pump on the landing pad. I don't think was in the previous version. That's cute. And that's it. That's Pioneer. That's the game. This is, to my knowledge, a faithful to a fault reproduction of, I don't think specifically one of the previous Frontier games. I think it's closest to Frontier Elite 2, with the planetary landings and the slightly proc-gen cities. More or less that, yeah. So let me check our crew roster. Huh. Bear with me for a second. I know there's a way to look at what contracts I have, but I don't remember what... No, literally the star right there. Alright, so that's... going to Enki Katina. We'll head there next, but first we should check and see if there's anything else going there. Most of these seem to be going to other places or other systems. I'm going to grab this one, though, since this is going to a space station. Alright. Enki Katina's about 6.57 AUs away. That's fine. Request launch from that extremely cool looking person. I'll set the autopilot. So this thing has really robust time acceleration because this does not have faster than light in-system travel. This is entirely just like Expanse style burn and turn. It has some really clever UI elements that help with that. But getting around is not what we would call fast. So let's see. I think what it's doing right now, this little widget here shows you what thrusters are being used. So what it's doing is aligning, and now it's doing a full burn. Or no, it's still aligning, I think. Yeah, that one's the top thrusters, which... Oh no, that's the bottom thrusters because this is your vector of movement. So you can see those are burning us up. This is, I assume... This is the part where I get confused because I don't know all that much about orbital mechanics. I guess that's moving the prograde relative to frame of reference down, which is the thing we want to get lined up on Enki Katina here before we do our main burn. Though we are still accelerating to keep our prograde going that way. time acceleration. Once that gets to around here, I'm going to put that back into 1x so I can show you what I mean about the UI element. This thing right here. Okay, since it's going on autopilot, it might not actually just do it. But this thing on the right here, so here's your fuel. That is the amount of fuel it would require to decelerate. So like as you go faster, as you burn more fuel, this tells you the amount of delta V you need to halt your speed. And this thing on the right, if I recall correctly how it functions, you see it has the same colors here, the white and gray. This is basically telling you, like, hey, to get here in a timely manner, burn until you get to the point where these are roughly even. Since to make any progress traveling in a solar system, you're basically going to want to burn at a survivable acceleration rate. So, like, generally not over, what's the absolute maximum? It's like, what, 7? 8? Something like that? And you also want to make sure that you have enough fuel to actually slow down once you get there. So what we're doing here, since we're going from one point to another that's multiple AU away, burning until we get to about halfway, then we're going to turn and decelerate at roughly the same rate. And that'll leave us there with presumably enough fuel to maneuver and dock. Yeah, here we go, we're cruising. That's a little better. There's Mercury over there. There's Pluto. We still got like 8 days left, so we're good. There we go. Now we're doing our deceleration burn. There we go. Hey, there's Ganymede. I think they bumped up the planet textures. That looks different. I kind of remember it just being a brown ball before. Now it's a wrinkly brown ball. Oh, there we go. This one won't flip us around as much. And there we go. Let's go ahead and quest clearance and dock. At some point they really ought to increase the variety of these things. You can see that they're in different places. They have a slightly different distribution, but they are the same models. Okay. So we're going to want to refuel here, because otherwise we're going to have a really bad time. Thank you, you're really cool looking dude. Let's go to another system. We have no cabins, so I don't think we can bring anyone. At least I don't think. I don't have enough cabins. I would need some kind of passenger ship to do these, I'm pretty sure. Traveler's Tale. Okay. Here we go. Delta Eridani, distance of 29.5. Oh yeah, we got months. We're good here. Let's do this one. See if there's anything else going at Delta Eridani. Does not appear to be the case. So what we're going to do in this case is go to the sector map. So that bubble is our jump range. So basically what we're going to have to do is, I think, jump to... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Scroll this thing. Well, anyway, since our range isn't exactly fantastic, we're gonna make a series of jumps. Each one's gonna be using, let's see, 1 ton, 1 ton, 1 ton. Alright, we're gonna need 8 tons of fuel for this. There we go, 8 tons. This should be doable now. Alright, let's do it. First off, we should request launch. bit of manual flight here, so we can get out of hyperspace range. Apparently you can hyper jump, like, just from right outside a planet or station, but it is illegal. There we go. Initiate hyper jump. Track landing gear. Then initiate hyper jump. That is the only form of faster-than-light travel in this game. Took us a couple of days. We're in August now. Let's take a look at this place. We're in Sirius right now. There is not much here. Since we're well out of range of anything that could possibly stop us, we'll do another hyper jump to Ross 614. All right. Nothing terribly interesting here. There's supposed to be more civilian traffic in these. I don't know what's up with that not showing up. Let's jump again. We're going to be doing this for a bit. Looks like we got one more. To Delta Eridani. Long one. That was like a week. Alright. So now, we need to actually go where we are required to go. Oh, oops. We forgot to go to Torvald's platform. Well, that belongs to us now. New Lanark. Must be on a planet. Yep, there it is, over on Alfrey, which is the moon of Modi. It's 35.96 AU. So I'm going to try a little bit of manual flight here. I think this will get us where we want to go. like, eventually. Match velocity. I don't think that's how you do it. Okay, here we go. This sets speed. I think, let me see. Turn shift. Okay, this should match our velocity with New Lanark. Okay, and now we just need to speed up to actually get there in a timely manner. Yeah, the squares are just kind of vibing in their own. Yeah, the use of space dust was not, like, great. Like, it worked. It was serviceable enough, but just not, like, hugely useful. Genuinely one of the things I like about Star Citizen's model, where they at least have a vector indicator. I think we might be able to... I think we might be about to crash into this, so I don't know. Be on the lookout for that. Like, they're definitely cruising. I don't know what the scale of them is. That's the thing. Space is tricky. You generally really don't know. Like, I'm going purely by my indicator here, that I think, based on what I mentioned earlier, is telling me I don't have enough fuel to slow down. I think is what it's telling me. Yeah, we are approaching at, like, a decent velocity here. I flipped on the autopilot, see if that does anything, but I think we may be about to pancake. Which, hey, that's exciting. Yep, we're about to crash. Or, you know, just fly off into deep space. see you, Space Cowboy. We missed because I manually set up the intercept. Alright, so we're gonna load up an autosave. Oh, there we go. This is before we even left the system. I'm gonna turn nav tunnels back off, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually do that thing that we were supposed to do, which is go to Torvald's platform first. Let's see here. The game does not seem to think that I am docked. No, that doesn't seem correct. Let's give that another shot. Can't believe the Star Citizen bug with landing gear carried over, and now I can't retract them. Yeah, I have great luck with landing gear. Okay, here we actually seem to be docked. So, let's see here. Fuel. Oh! Uh-oh. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Didn't like that. Ah, space appears to have crashed a little bit. Yeah, no, it looks like we're gonna be restarting the game. Hey, you look different. Ooh. Nope, doesn't like that. Try this one. No, this one also seems to have the bug where it doesn't think it's docked. And I cannot enter manual control. Hey, Moo. Moo's here. Oh, that doesn't even want to load that. Well, that's Frontier, everyone, or Pioneer, or one of those. That was certainly a video game-ass video game. I don't know what to do about that. I guess I should probably send my output log and see if they can fix that. get the feeling when they did their new loading multi-threading thing, they may have forgot some stuff. Yup. I think I'm gonna take a break and, I don't know, go wash some dishes or something. I will be back later, maybe. We'll see. What happened was space crashed. Space has decided that it doesn't want to work. Like, I can't take off. I can't contact the tower. Okay, I can do that. I don't think this is gonna fix it, though. I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen is it's gonna dock, and I'm gonna try to talk to the tower, and it's gonna explode again. I mean, that's just space. Space doesn't like people. No, it does not want to let me talk to the tower. I can go to the bulletin board. It won't let me go to the lobby. That means we can't refuel. So that's, no good. This lady got a Kano eye. That's definitely a face. We already have someone with cybernetic eyes. It's just unfortunate that he's a cop. This is really what's gonna fuck us here, though. If we can't talk to the tower, we can't refuel. And if we can't refuel, it turns out that you can't go anywhere in space.
You're ready for an outing.
Fortunately, I could restart and we could check out one of the other systems. I don't know. Is there interest in seeing more? I think I may have to restart the game anyway, but I could check out one of the other starts. Like, I'll be real with you. This is like, if I wanted to be having a blast right now, I would be playing Warframe. This is me being fascinated with space, which is always much more low energy. Let's restart the game. Let's check out another save. And as a bonus, every time you start a new save, you are a different person, which will generate a fun new face and identity for us. Oh, if I'm going to be doing that, I would be doing that later. I could fire up Warframe and change over to it. I would like to at least see if restarting and starting a new game fixes this. Do you really have something better to do? I hate these. Yeah, every time you exit the game, it does that. Just awful. This is how you can tell that something was programmed by people who, like, thought that gaming peaked in, like, 1992. And I mean, I think history is bearing them out in that, but all the same. So let's see. Yeah, this one's fun. The Pumpkin Seed is a neat ship. Let's start a new game. Alright, who are we? Who indeed? We are Piotr Lancaster. We look like we haven't slept in weeks. That's a mood. He might be on the spice. Oh no, that's not spice. That's the juice of Safu. By the juice of Safu, the thoughts acquire speed. Speed. Thoughts acquire. Hang on. Lips acquire stains. I don't remember the rest of it. Could also be that. These also have their own, like each start. Yeah, something like that. Each start also has its own like first like log entry. I guess it rains on New Hope. So let's see here. What does our ship look like? That's a pumpkin seed. It looks interesting. It's got a very weird form factor to it. It apparently has a gun on it that I've never used. It does look a little evil. It's the spaceship equivalent of that Warren is dead tweet about Doug is evil now. I like that the engine nacelles have forward and backwards facing thrusters. I also... Holy shit, this is a much bigger city. Look at that. Massive. Yeah, the other ones weren't this big. So yeah, there is, as I mentioned, there is some like function for size and distribution of these things. I just wish they had more models. It's very much an obelisk city, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and... What is that on your head, man? What is that? Why do you have a tire pressure gauge on your head? Yeah, that's what Celine is known for. I guess. Okay, you look relatively normal. This person is a cop, and I don't care for their look. I mean, if you want to talk about stuff that's kind of shaped like a rubber novelty, look at this thing. It's even got a flared base. Wow, we got a whole bunch of stuff going to Epsilon Cove. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes balls be like that. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that eye patch. Another person with an eye patch. Alright, so that's all going to Epsilon Cove. There does not appear to be much else going on there, so let's go ahead and go to Epsilon Cove. Micrometeor strike, obviously. Alright, let's go ahead. We already have fuel. Request launch. Now, I'm gonna try something dumb. I'm flying manually. I know I almost crashed last time and then doomed us, but I think I can do a better job. There we go. Now we're in space. And, oh, look, our relative velocity changed. So, let's see here. We should probably retract our landing gear. And Epsilon Cove is around here somewhere. Oh, it's over that way. Alright, so what we're going to want to do then is... basically turn around and then pull up. Hey Moo, how you doing? Alright, and this should carry us away. New Hope, or wherever we were. Actually, I think this might be on the same planet. Hey Moo. Yeah, megameters. So this is just a slight ways away. Oh, hey Moo. Moo's climbing up on my shoulder because she wants me to crash and die. Hi Moo. Hello. Moo. Aww. There it is, cresting the horizon. Yeah, that seems about right. They sure do. Jesus Christ, Moo. Moo. Moo currently administering the test of the Gom Jabbar here by digging her fucking claws into my leg while I'm trying to land. Yeah, we have a very similar relationship with our landlord here. Just kind of shows up to perform stochastic terrorism. I don't remember when the last time I trimmed Moo was, which is probably the problem. This is a self-created issue of mine here. But all the same, I am trying to land, and I think doing a pretty good job. I think. I mean, yeah, I fill my truck simulator truck with cats. Why wouldn't I fill my pumpkin seed light courier with cats? Wow, you can't see a fucking thing. I'm gonna put my gears down. Oh, trimming their claws? No, unless you do it too close to the paw. You gotta just do the tips. They will also do their best to hurt you while you're doing it, yeah. Alright, so I think I've just about got this. This little diamond here is our prograde, and you can see, even though there's really no atmosphere here, I don't think. Oh wait, no, we just left this planet. There is absolutely an atmosphere. Come to think of it, depending on our approach angle, that might end up being a problem. No, it's probably fine. But anyway, you can see that gravity and drag are pulling these things down. I don't know if that's modeled. Regardless, we're getting close. I'm going to request docking clearance.
And as he would rarely give me a decent.
How do I roll? Hang on. U and O? Excuse me? No. No. Q and E, motherfucker. Also, I'm just gonna save. Which is theoretically something you can do. Although I've never quite managed it. Oofa! that would have been much easier with a stick. So here's the thing about you and... Oh, hey! Smoke! Moo has abandoned me. Also, I just realized that there are camera controls. Cool, that's good to know. Anyway, I think U and O placement is because pitch and yaw and whatnot also have alternate bindings for I, J, K, L. Except only psychopaths would do that. Why would you not use a mouse? Now, let's see. Oh my god, he has flies going around him. Carl. Carl, why? I mean, by comparison, this guy is almost normal. That guy's still a cop. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. We're gonna refuel. We're gonna take a quick look at the bulletin board here. And with that harrowing manual landing, I think I am gonna take a quick break and then hop over to, Khaki, you wanted to see Warframe, right? Yeah, this is something that I used to play like a billion fucking years ago, and as a consequence of having what is essentially a legacy account, every time I logged in, it would just be a question of, okay, how do I play the game again? And never really getting a concrete answer. I started a new account, and I think it's genuinely in a better place than it's ever been. So let me, as mentioned, I'm going to take a very short break, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna, probably not worth sitting on the, please stand by thing for that. So I'm gonna close the stream and come back in a bit. Like I said, 5 to 10. I want to deal with the dishes in the sink because they've been there for longer than I would care to admit in a public forum. So I will see y'all shortly, and we'll do some space shit. Like I said, I played the game when it first started, when it first launched in like beta and shit. I have played like on and off over the years, and I still couldn't tell you what's happening in that game. So, see you then.